Travel to Orzammar. Pretty sure we've done everything in here last episode, so we won't have to fuck around in here too much. I reckon we just move our ass right now. Let's go. Gather your party and venture forth. So in this, you,
Indeed.
and probably
Yes.
Shale. Alright, so Frostback Mountains is where we want to go first. We've been at Redcliffe, as you can see, so a pretty quick fucking walk. From here, we're going to go and tackle Denerim after that. Frostback Mountain Pass. Don't mind me guys, just having a drink of my coffee. While Morrigan pops the death magic fucking spell. You can see I've got a flaming hammer now, so when people piss me off, I'm going to smack them across the head. Oh, okay. I wasn't ready for that, Jesus. I actually was not ready, like, wow. Morrigan, you look like you need some health. Actually, so do I. Good job. How's that healing going there, Morrigan? Can you pop that onto Shale, please? Alright, that turned nasty real quick. I was not ready for that. Bounty Hunter. Everyone survived, but like, wow. And some fireballs. You know what? I'm not even going to pick them up. They can stay there.
Look at all these people hawking their wares. It's almost like a...
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
Oh, well, you're not wrong.
Some folks came in yesterday with crazy stories about Redcliffe. You hear about that?
Something about the dead rise.
Oh, what do we got around here? So we have
The Swamp Witch has a great deal in common with
A dwarf?
my former
I
master.
have to open the gate. My
swamp
suppliers will
witch.
think I cheated them.
How original.
The Swamp Witch has the same arrogance, the same air of cruelty. I would hate for it to have possession of my control rod, if it still worked, of course.
Let me tell you what you can do with your control rod, Gollum.
Is it telling me that if the rod did work, that it wouldn't want control over me?
I wouldn't go so far as that. I could, for instance, command you to go and jump in a lake. A very deep lake.
It fools no one. The Swamp Witch
Well-
would control everything if it could. It would have us all dancing on its strings.
Oh, you know me too well, Gollum. Your revealing gaze has laid me bare.
I will be watching the Swamp Witch. It must not be trusted.
Now you're beginning to sound just like Alistair.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
Did you lose you when you left Orzammar?
It's not your business. But like my father, I was born on the surface. We never had a caste to leave. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Never mind, I should go.
Best of luck to you.
Alright, well. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on, so we're just going to walk up to the gates and see what's going on up here.
You insult all of Ferelden with your actions. King Logain will not...
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Logain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I was born in Orzammar, let me pass.
Any dwarf who chooses to walk topside chooses to be excluded. Wait, look at me. You're the exile. This begins with you. Sorrow finished what your kinslaying started. Your father is dead.
Kinslayer? Oh, you're not getting in.
I didn't kill Trian.
Your conviction and guilt were entered into assembly records. I suggest you leave and not compound this tragedy.
I'm a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
What? He's a traitor and a kinslayer. You said it yourself. In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
That's enough. Raise your blade if you're so tough.
I will at that. I'm a messenger of King Loghain.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
Right, where's this guy at? Yeah, take this guy out first. In with this, boom. Die, bitch. There we go. Oh. Imrek, come here. This way. Heavy plate armor. Okay. Amethyst. Don't even drop anything good. Useless fucking tub of shit. Alright, now let's go into Orzammar.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Okay.
Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. You left
If
chaos.
there
Professor.
is anything complimentary to be said about these people, 'tis that they possess a remarkable facility for carving stone.
That's dwarves for ya.
I understand the Swamp Witch is out to slay its own mother.
Entirely in self-defense.
So it claims. It could not have been its plan from the very beginning, then.
I knew nothing about my mother's intentions prior to finding the book. It was your notion I arranged that.
Fair enough. Couldn't be bothered listening to them bicker for the next fucking 5 minutes. Back in Orzammar where we started. And this time, I brought a fucking golem.
It is the assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor.
Are they dwarves with
None
fucking
of it
mages
is carried in the
staffs?
blood.
Or as now,
Dwarves can't learn
someone
magic.
tries using the assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the diamond quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Okay then. Looks like all is well in Orzammar.
Blind idiot. I won't have fighting in the commons, especially in front of outsiders. I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Exile, you were not to show your face here again. I have enough crime to deal with. I shouldn't have to dump you back in the deep roads.
I have a new house, the Grey Wardens.
That's right. You found pity topside. The Wardens should have better sense when choosing allies. Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want?
The Blight is coming and I need Orzammar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferelden from his estate.
I shall get going.
Yes, you should.
Alright, so we've got a new quest. We've got to go and speak to either one of them. Balin is the traitorous brother that tried to get us framed, so who gives a fuck about him, really? So let's go to Orzammar and we'll go to Lord Harrowmont, who's one of the two men who could take the throne. To earn an audience with Harrowmont, you must speak to Dulin. You can find him either in Harrowmont's estate, in the Diamond Quarter, or in Tapster's Tavern. Prince Balin is one of the two men, blah blah blah. Well, we're not going to speak to fucking the Prince of fucking Treachery, so we're going to move along. We've got a couple of quests along here too. Go and have a look, shall we?
Lava bad. Don't go near the lava.
Ancestors guard my soul. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them.
Who are you? What were you praying for?
My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
We shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden, that's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Alright, so I'm gonna go and find someone in the deep roads. We do happen to be running into the deep roads a little bit, so doesn't really matter. Alright, what's this guy got to say?
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
Why are you invoking a human god?
The Maker brought forth this world and every creature in it. He chose a human woman as his prophet and bride, but he loves all races. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Whose permission do you need to open a chantry?
The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Alright, the chant in the deeps. Liliana approves, +2. Okay, that's cool. So we got a little bit to do. From here, what do we got here? We got a gem merchant, apparently. Is that you? Legna.
Sod it all, the exile. Never thought I'd see your face in the commons. Whether he forgives you or you scare people, it's another crack in the old way.
Let me see what you have in store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Alright, what did he have? Okay. Fear of blood magic is... Okay, radio. This time gives the reader 1 more point to spend on tribute, but is rendered useless afterwards, yet. A remarkable sapphire. Probably a gift. Gold earrings. I mean, that'll be handy. We'll grab that. Bye. I don't know if there's anything else we really need to sell that. Dried bloody cleans the heavy iron you found in. Yeah, I don't know what that's for, to be honest. That can go. And we'll use that, so... Where is it? There it is. Woohoo, level up. 1 into willpower. Oh, that was handy. Right, from here, where do we go? That takes us to Dust Town, the Proving Ground, we've done all that. And then we've got the Deep Road, Hall of Heroes. Okay, so we need to go to the Diamond Quarter, which is over there. Let's go this way. Bit of a slow episode, I know, but it'll pick up in the next couple. It's a good thing about Throwback Thursdays, we can spam out a bunch of episodes, so you never have a boring fucking set of episodes coming through.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Oh, I actually was talking to your companions, or are you from the surface too?
Can I help you? Yes, you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
The Circle of Magi?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
You're crazy. Dwarves can't do magic. You want to leave Orzammar so I can't help you. Why wouldn't they? You want me to ask them? You're crazy. Dwarves can't do magic.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I can bring the Circle your request, and what would the messenger get? Ridiculous. Stay in your place and leave the mages alone. I can bring the Circle your request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcasts. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Alright, new quest, an unlikely scholar. Liliana approves, +1. Liliana's just loving us. Alright, so this should be to the Diamond Quarters, I believe. Yes, it is. From here we have got House Harrowmount. Harrowmount, whatever the fuck it's called, yeah, that one. Which is where we want to go.
Quickly makes itself
Put the
evident
end
no
of
matter
Orzammar,
where one
Mina.
goes.
And assure the future of Dwarven...
Come on, there we go.
Lord Harrowmont sends his greetings, exile. He was surprised to see you back here.
I've a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid us against the Blight. I would speak with Lord Harrowmount. I'm busy right now, we can talk later. I have a treaty.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
That's why I'm here. How can I prove that I'm not working for Balin? How can Harriman think I'm working for Balin? Well, that's true too. Like, why the fuck
Lord
would we?
Harrowmont always had too much affection for you. But I know you Idukans and your thirst for glory. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you'd like me to enter the provings?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons.
Hey, we know where it
Talk
is.
to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel.
You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Okay, a Lord's Trust. So now we get to go and start a fight, apparently. Gonna explore this a little bit first. The reason I want to do that is just so we can open up, or I just want to do it this way so we can pretty much have the entire map explored, you know?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Yeah, can you? Apparently she can. Good job. Bit of silver. Juliana, do you mind? Oh, even she can't do that one well. Alright, well, we've explored everywhere in here, so we're gonna go and do, well, a second proving now. Lucky us. We entered the proving in our name for us last time, and now we're gonna go and enter the proving in Harrowmount's name and for our father that is now dead. Can we enter the fucking Royal Palace? Oh, we're gonna go over there as well, so let's do that while we're here. That's for the Chantry, I believe.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked castless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his...
And here we go. Alright, so we got this one here to speak to.
Who would dare take from the memories?
Well, we'll speak to him in a minute.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
I'm no stranger to Orzammar, my lord.
Your exile is written in the memories, Warden. I am sorry, but Orzammar cannot be your home, nor I your Shaper. We must all obey the Ancestors' rules.
I'd like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request. Have you grown so fond of the Surfacer's ways in your brief absence?
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the Ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
Alright, what do we got? But the chant must be sung from all corners of the world. Intimidate, would you rather wait for a human army to convert you? Persuade, what harm would it do to let him preach? The chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar. Let's go with persuade.
Wherever this chantry has spread among humans, it replaced all beliefs preceding it. Were we to let these preachers into Orzammar, how long before the Ancestors stop hearing the voices praising them?
But the chant, no. Let's talk about something else. I should leave. Cunning. The chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar.
What sort of charities do you mean?
The chantry cares for widows and orphans. The chantry could provide work for the casteless. The chantry would educate children of all castes. Well, either one or three. The chantry cares for widows and orphans. We'll start with that.
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
No, I thank you for your time.
I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Alright, well that's been updated, so we'll speak to him now.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Thief in the House of Learning. Okay, well, we've got to go and find someone in Dust Town now, apparently. What do you got to say?
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Alright, Lost to the Memories, new quest. That's also in the deep roads, so lucky us. Trying to knock over as many starts of the quest as we possibly can, because a lot of them I know are located in the deep roads, so if we miss someone, it means we'll have to go back in there, and I don't think you can get back in there once you've come out of it, so quite happy with what we're doing right now. Anyway, what we got here? We've done that, we've done that. We're going to go to the Proving Grounds now, so we've got to go back this way. Also got to go to Dust Town.
Does Lord Harrimont think that Orzammar can hold off the dwarves?
I don't know where. Oh, shut up. It's around here somewhere. Is that it?
It'll be 2
there we go.
years tomorrow.
Okie dokie. What do we got here? Deep roads, the Proving Grounds, which is where we need to go. Okay, so we've got the brother over there we've got to go and speak to. We'll finish up his quest.
So, I've been hearing rumors of a certain wine.
Where is he? He's around here somewhere. Just over here, I believe.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
He agreed to let you hold a prez meeting.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Quest completed. Alright, that's done. Now, does this take us to Dust Town? Indeed it does. Alright. So what I'm going to do here is do a quick save. Lovely. Alright, so this is the end of this episode, guys. So I hope you've been enjoying Dragon Age Origins on the Throwback series. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll tackle Dust Town and then probably the Proving Ground. So catch us all later. Bye, guys.